If you're working in Tinkercad and you want to save time, keep your design organized, and turn multiple objects into one clean unit, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you how to use the group function in Tinkercad step by step, so you can bundle shapes together, create compound shapes, and simplify even complex designs with just a few clicks. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more simple Tinkercad guides just like this. Let's jump right in. First, open your Tinkercad design and make sure the objects you want to combine are already placed where you want them. Grouping works best when your shapes are positioned properly, because once they're combined, it becomes much easier to move them as one single object. Now, to select your objects, you have two easy options. You can click and drag your mouse to draw a selection box around the shapes you want to group. Or, if the objects are spread out, you can hold Shift and click each one individually to select them one by one. This is very useful when you only want to group certain parts of a larger design. Once your shapes are selected, look at the top right toolbar in Tinkercad. You'll see the group icon, which usually looks like a square and a circle overlapping each other. Click that icon, and Tinkercad will instantly combine the selected shapes into one grouped object. If you prefer keyboard shortcuts, you can also group objects faster by pressing Ctrl+G on Windows or Command+G on Mac. That shortcut is a huge time saver when you're working on larger models or doing repeated edits. After grouping, you'll notice the visual result right away. The selected shapes will now behave like a single object, and they'll usually change to one unified color. In many cases, this makes it much easier to see that the objects have been bundled together successfully. Now let's talk about when you should actually use the group function. One of the best times to use grouping is when you're creating compound shapes. For example, if you place a whole shape inside a solid shape and you're done adjusting the cut, grouping finalizes that result. This is how you turn multiple pieces into one finished design element. Another great use is simplifying complex designs. If you've built a model from several separate parts and you're finished positioning everything, grouping lets you move, rotate, or scale the entire bundle as one unit. That means less risk of accidentally shifting one piece out of alignment while editing another. Grouping is also really helpful for nested organizing. Let's say you've built a smaller subassembly, like a wheel and axle, and you want it attached to a larger design, like a car chassis. Grouping keeps those parts together so your model stays neat and easier to manage. If you ever need to edit the grouped parts again later, just click the group and use ungroup to separate them back into individual objects. So grouping isn't permanent unless you want it to be. It's just a clean way to manage your workflow and keep your design under control. A good tip is to always double-check your alignment before grouping. Once shapes are bundled, it can be a little harder to notice small spacing issues, especially in detailed builds. So take a second to inspect everything before you hit that group button. And that's really all there is to it. To recap, select your objects, click the group icon, or use the keyboard shortcut, and then use grouping whenever you want to create compound shapes, simplify a design, or keep smaller parts attached as one unit. If this video helped you learn how to use group in Tinkercad, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more beginner-friendly tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.